And then this thing's picking it up. That's happening. And then I'm going to post to Twitter. Oh. Okay. Dang it. This is awkward. There we go. Book club stream. I'm going to post that to Twitter. And join this book club today. All right. Oh, okay. So I'm going to delete this. We're streaming. That's awesome. Hatton Dettori says hi. Hello. So for anyone watching this right now, I'm going to get out of this screen. For anyone watching this right now, this is book club. We have it every couple of weeks where we just read leftist work. I think I personally want to really focus on Black leftists, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could just be like important stuff. We're just trying to educate ourselves because we just want to like read more. I don't know. I think everyone feels guilty, like, oh, I don't know about this and that, so I just got to read. And so pretty much all of us here kind of feel guilty. And we're in a book club trying to study. So that's what's going on. So these videos, they're going to be on a playlist on my channel. They're not going to be found in the regular video section. But they kind of make these nice podcasts where we're talking about books, if you are interested in that. Today we're reading The Wretched of the Earth. We've been reading it for the past few weeks. And this one is on, Colonial War and Mental Disorders. So that's what we're going over today. But before we begin, does anyone want to plug their channel or anything like that? Any work they're going on, like Samuel, you're writing? I'd like to do that. Woo! Yeah, check out Sam's stuff. Really good writing. Sam, would it be okay if I put like a link to an article in the description, or is that like... Oh yeah, if you want to like drop that in the voice chat and I can put the link in the description, if that's okay, because I know like you have a subscriber pay thing, so... Yeah, but yeah, his writings are really great. They just go over like a variety of different things. And I feel like I always learn something, which is just great because it's like these nice little articles, but I feel like I learn a lot. And yeah, so definitely check them out. Curse Queen, do you want to talk about your channel? Yeah, definitely check it out. There's a really funny one on Sims that that Saber mentioned with Bernie Sanders, so it's good stuff. Does anyone else have anything, any projects? Okay, well, let's dive in to The Wretched of the Earth on mental disorders. So I'm going to share my screen. And this is it. To this window. And okay, I have some notes. Just if anyone wants to know, they are in the Discord thingy in the channel called Reading Notes. But of course, we can just share screens and that works there. So, Colonial War and Mental Disorders is basically talking about the mental disorders that come out of colonization. And Fanon says this thing where he's like, you know, it might seem weird to talk about psychology, but whatever, like it's just gonna seem weird, but it's necessary. And so I do think it's interesting that like when people talk about what colonization does, I feel like people don't talk about how that mentally messes with people. And so I'm really glad that he is talking about that aspect of it. So the first one I have is colonization creates mental disorders. Colonization forces the colonized to ask, who am I in reality? And he really stresses how colonization attacks the ego, attacks your sense of self. And yeah, asking who I am in reality constantly. I think that in itself is just a very stressful way to exist, and colonization forces that on people. And throughout this reading, he gives like some very intense examples. And I suppose I should put a trigger warning on this. Like there's like rape and murder, but it's also like we're talking about colonization, so it's like it is to be expected. Unfortunately, um, Fanon describes these disorders to be malignant, lasting for months and attacking the ego. And I do think it's interesting that he says months, because I would imagine this would stay with people for the rest of their lives. Um, but yeah, any thoughts on that before we dive into some of these examples? Where's that? 84. And oh, I see. So, this militant who never for a moment had thought of recanting fully realized the price he had to pay in his person for national independence. Such borderline cases pose the question of responsibility in the context of the revolution. Oh, I think this is what my take is, but I feel like he's saying like the responsibility of these cases is the colonizers and colonization. That's what I think. Does anyone else have any thoughts on that? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can definitely see that. Yeah, any other thoughts? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it also like creates generational trauma, and it's like, no, no, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. I'm just being silly. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, like the way that psychology was back then is not anywhere what it's like today. Like there's this like part where this like guy was like, I'm gonna kill a bunch of people, and then it's like, and then like he seemed a little bit more restful, and we released him, and I'm like, like feels like there needs to be like more work done in there. But yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that, where it's like back in the day, psychology was just like, oh, you need some sun. Like, it definitely was like an improvement from like, I don't know, like the 1800s or something, but it still has like grown so much even in like the last century. So that's a really good point. Anything else that anyone might want to add? Yeah, I think that's so important. Also, is it okay if we take mute off? Unless there's like something like super noisy going on in the bathroom, background. Just because it's nice when like mute's off and we could just like jump in. And I feel like when we have to take it unmute, it's like a little bit more scary to talk. Okay. Nah. What? No. Uh, I can't really hear the other people talking, which would imply, that you can. Oh, there's nothing. Okay, hold on. Let me just hear what it sounds like. Gosh dang it! I was like, I figured it out. I figured out the stream. Ugh. Ugh. This always happens. Maybe I'll just put my mic up to my laptop. Dang it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Well, I have to start the stream over, I think. Okay, so for anyone who's watching, sorry, I have to start the stream over. Okay, BRB. Well, they can hear me. So they can hear me for sure, so I don't have to type in. Okay, sorry everyone. I'm just gonna set up my mic. I even tested out the audio before. So I don't know. I blame OBS. I'm using OBS. I literally tested this out last night because I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have good audio. It's gonna be good. So the Discord window. Oh, so like when I look at the. Okay. That's some bullshit. Okay. I will just have to test that out later. Huh? To the Microsoft. I'm just gonna like set up my mic the old fashioned way. Okay, I'm gonna stop.